Hey folks, Malforian here, and a bit of a discussion video for today. We're going to be talking about Paradox and DLC, a frequent topic, but I just fancy making a video about it today for some reason. And yeah, we're just going to discuss kind of Paradox, what they usually do, and where I think they go wrong with DLC, and hopefully what we'll see in the future. If you play Crusader Kings 3 like me, I've been pretty happy with the DLC we've got so far. I know some people weren't ecstatic about how much content we got in the Royal Court expansion, but overall I think it was pretty good. We are definitely getting content slower than I would hope. I would think we'd probably usually have got another content pack by now, so hopefully they can speed that up and really start giving us some extra content just to freshen up the game a little bit so it doesn't, start going stale, and we can kind of flesh out some of the content in different areas of the map, which I'm sure is down the pipeline, but it'd be nice to actually get some of that content. What I do want them to avoid, though, and this is what the main thing I was going to talk about, is I think the problem Paradox usually have with their DLC is not that there's too much of it. That is a meme. Too much, and it's too expensive. Both those things probably true. So the problem I think Paradox have is that they often look at expansions as needing a system or a selling point for that expansion. You can see this most, I think, in Stellaris and EU4. Both those games I actually enjoyed more after a couple of expansions, and then I really started to feel like the main expansions started to just make mechanics just to be that selling point, just to be like, oh look, we've got a shiny new feature for the game, look how cool it is, and it'd be like, oh, that does look pretty good, but then it just stack on top of the features from the previous expansion and the previous expansion and the previous expansion. And then if you try go in and play U4 now, I don't know what you guys think, but I've tried playing it recently with all the DLC, and there's just too much going on. And the problem I usually find is all these systems generally don't interact with each other. They usually release an expansion and then forget about it, for a better term. They just dump it in. It's usually good content, but then the next expansion just ignores the previous one. We've talked about this a little bit on CK. Crusader Kings generally did that during CK2. A lot of their expansions didn't talk to each other, so you got kind of systems that were just dumped and then kind of left and never really updated. Bit of balance here and there, but nothing too crazy. So I'm hoping that isn't the case for CK3. I mentioned this in a previous video. I hope the Royal Court is built on with future expansions, so we get more content for Royal Court. It's not just, here's the Royal Court, and then we're going to forget about it and move on to the next feature. I really, really hope they don't do that, especially with content packs. I think they could really add a lot of cool content into the Royal Court stuff, so hopefully we do see that going forwards. But yeah, like I was saying, EU4, Stellaris, I really find those games are less fun. I think sometimes Paradox look at complexity as making the game more enjoyable, or making it more, I don't know, like interactive. It's probably not the right word, but kind of giving us things to do. Whereas like Stellaris, I used to really enjoy it up to I think when Mega Corporations came out. And then after then, I've tried to get back into the game a couple of times, and there's just too much going on, and I just don't enjoy the game anymore. So I just don't play it, if I'm honest. I know I could roll it back, but I'm just not going to do that, if I'm honest. I'm just going to play a different game. So yeah, and Hoi 4 I've not played. Pretty famous on the channel for having not played Hoi 4. So let me know in the comments down below what you think. I know they've had less expansions for Hoi 4, so maybe it's not got to that point, but I could see even with Hoi 4 there's a certain amount of mechanics I think you can have before you're just adding features to add features. At the end of the day, I think there should be even less expansions, like for Crusader Kings or something, less expansions and more content packs. I love the content packs, especially as it is, if you don't play in England, just don't buy the England content pack. If you really want to play the game in Arabia or something, and there's an Arabian content pack, you just buy that one, and then you can have all the nice features and content and different UI maybe and units, and you get all that cool extra content and events and stuff. But I really think they need to focus more on doing content packs and less on doing expansions. I know why they do expansions. They obviously sell for more, and people like expansions. I like expansions. I'll like probably the first few in CK3, and then I've got a nasty feeling they'll just keep adding features, bloat the game with mechanics rather than just content. Because I think, and again, let me know in the comments down below, I think a lot of people just want more content. Like in CK3, I just want more Arabian content. I just want more India content, more steps content. I want to have the Byzantine rework. I want to have, more Africa flavor and things like that. That's the stuff I want. I don't really want more mechanics. Like, I'm sure there will be one. I'm sure some will come in and I'll be like, yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. I wanted more trade. I wanted better crusades. I don't know. And I'll be happy with them. But I think for a lot of the games, I play it for the content and the story and kind of role playing the games, and less for here's a new way for stability to work, or here's stability and state maintenance and another mechanic in EU4. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below. Like I say, just a quick video today. I was kind of just thinking about Paradox and DLC stuff, and there's no dev diary again in CK3 this week, so I just thought we could have a little chat about it. So yeah, let me know. Do you like the DLC? But obviously, I think there's too much of it, and it's kind of expensive. Would you like them to have less DLC, but more that interacts with each other's systems, and there's more content packs just to spice up areas and give you that replayability? And do you like the subscription service? I haven't mentioned that already. I will end on that. So you can get the subscription service for each game. Well, for most of the games now, it's $5 a month. I think it's actually a pretty good system, especially if you're trying to get into the games like EU4 now. But would you do that from the start? Like if they started one for CK3 now, and it was $4.99 a month, would you pay it now? And then when the new, kind of like Game Pass, when the new DLC came out, you just got that DLC? I don't know. I'd be interested to know what you guys think. Anyway, we're going to leave it there for today. If you've enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I cover strategy games, Paradox, all that good stuff. But for now, I'll see you in the next one.